Hello people watching this video. I am so excited for the concept of today's video. If you guys saw the title and the thumbnail, then you know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now, I have never done a video like this before, but I have seen other people do it. So we're going to kind of just take the concept, make it our own, and see what the heck happens. I downloaded an app and let me just show you guys kind of what that looks like. So here it is. I have different hour amounts and we are going to spin it every day for the next few days and just see how many hours it tells me to read. Now, the fun part about this is I am actually going out of town tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So I have a road trip. We are going to Zion National Park. I live in California, so it's gonna be a good 6-hour road trip. In my head, I figured it would be kind of easy because for 6 hours, I'm gonna be sitting in the car. I was gonna bring books anyway, so why not try to see how many hours I get and see if I can beat those hours. But then it's gonna be kind of hard because obviously once we're there and the next few days hiking, doing activities, I'm not gonna have as much time as I would probably want to dedicate hours to reading. So crossing my fingers, tomorrow when I spin the wheel, I get a good amount of hours, and then the next few days maybe not as many, so that it can kind of get balanced out. I don't know, I don't really know what to expect. I'm just very excited for the concept, and then to be able to grab a bunch of random books and bring them with me and then just see what I read. But for now, let me show you guys the spinning wheel. Let's test it out, make sure it works. I have a few different time increments on here. I have 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. 5 hours being the max amount of hours. I actually don't even know how much I really read in a day because I don't ever time myself. I just pick up my book random times throughout the day. So I have no idea if that's crazy amount or yeah, I have no idea. Then I threw in a no hours, just to see maybe I get a break for a day. I'm also going to be doing if I get 5 hours the first day and I only read 3 hours, then I'm gonna roll over the 2 hours that I still owe for the next day. And then vice versa, if I get only 2 hours to read on one day and I read 4, then I'm gonna roll over the 2 hours. So it makes my life a little bit easier. And then I also threw in 30 minutes just to see, spice things up. And they're all represented on this little wheel twice. I'm gonna spin it right now and just see what I get, just to test it. Ooh, I like the sound. Not me getting 5 hours on the first try. It literally was on no hours. I thought it was gonna stop on no hours because it was on no hours right before. So I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get lucky. This is gonna be good. No, I got 5 hours. So that's kind of crazy. Luckily, we're not starting today because today we're just kind of getting things ready and I do not have 5 hours to dedicate. All right, so I have a few different ideas. I do have a September TBR. Of course, I want to prioritize those books because I want to read those and finish those. That's kind of my priority. Where even are those books? I think those books are in my room, not the dark hallway. Let me fix this up. Okay, much better. I turned on some lighting. I closed that door so you're not staring into my bathroom. And then I grabbed my September TBR. I have 6 books here in front of me. There's just a quick glance just so you guys can kind of see what we're working with. And I have one more that's on the TBR as well, but it's only via audiobook. I don't own it. So that one's also a contender. And then I also brought you guys over here because I have a few library books that I just picked up this week. 2 of them I picked up literally 5 minutes ago. I also might want to bring these. We have Breaking the Dark by Lisa Joel, which I think this is a new release. Real Americans by Rachel Kong, which very popular, and it was a Read with Jenna book club pick. Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier, Husbands and Lovers by Beatrice Williams, and The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. We have a lot of options, not even to mention audiobooks and my Kindle. I'm just gonna be deciding today what books I'm gonna be bringing because we leave tomorrow, but we leave later today to my parents' house where we will then be leaving tomorrow from, if that makes sense. What I'm thinking for right now is Butcher and Blackbird. I actually started not yesterday, but the day before, and I'm literally only maybe 50 pages in. So still the very beginning. I would want to bring this because I did already start it, so just would want to continue it. I heard it's a really good audiobook, but I feel I would rather save the audiobooks for books that I don't own. This one, which I haven't heard too many great things about, but it's extremely short and would be nice for palate cleanser, especially with this sort of kind of reading sprint type of video where if I have to read 6 hours in a day, I don't want to dedicate all 6 hours, or no, I guess not 6, 5 would be the max. I wouldn't want to dedicate all 5 hours to one book. And then I was also thinking Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier, because I read her other book, Jar of Hearts, which is mentioned down here. And that book was crazy. It was really graphic. It was very gory. It was very fast paced, and it was just kind of crazy. But I liked it. I actually really, really liked it because it was just something I just was not expecting. So I'm like, I think this is one of her newer releases. I don't know if it came out like this year to be exact, but I know it's a little bit newer, so I'm kind of interested. And then I think for now, I'm also thinking my Kindle. Good morning. It is the next day and I am leaving on my road trip today. So I have pulled up my little spinning wheel. I'm gonna spin it and see what happens. I did remove the no hours slice of the pie because I just feel like we already have 30 minutes. Okay, we got 30 minutes, which is not what I really wanted because it's road trip day and I can actually probably read more than 30 minutes. Let's get packing, get ready. Let's go in the car and let's start this road trip. Fully in road trip mode now. We are only about 30, maybe an hour in, but I haven't started reading yet just because I have so much more time. But I settled on Butcher and Blackbird, which is my current read at the minute. And I'm only like 50 pages in. I haven't read more. This is the one that I chose to read for today's challenge. And then I also came prepared with my Kindle. I'll show you guys kind of the books that I have downloaded on here maybe later today just because I'm like, it's at 60% battery and I don't want to like even turn it on if I'm not using it. And then I have my AirPods here just in case I also want to listen to some audiobooks. We are currently at a charging station because we actually are doing this road trip in an electric car. So that's going to be really interesting because it's a long road trip. It's like 400 miles, so about 6 hours. So I guess we'll just see how that goes. But we are charging, going to take a quick rest stop, and then we'll continue the road trip. Reached my 30 minutes of reading. I'm actually continuing to keep going because I want to get ahead for tomorrow, but I'm not very far in. I'm not doing a very good job, if I'm honest. I'm only 42 minutes in, which is not great. If I end up with like 5 or 4 hours tomorrow, that's not going to be good. So, and we only have like an hour left of the road trip. I don't know where the time went, but I didn't do a very good job. Oop. I'm going to try to knock out some more pages now, and then we'll just see what we end up with. Maybe before going to bed, I'll read some more as well. And so far, I'm really liking Butcher and Blackbird. It's funny, and the premise is just kind of outrageous, but in a good way. Finally made it, just arrived. It's so beautiful here already, like you can just tell by like what's behind me, but we actually just made it to our hotel, so we're gonna go explore that right now. And surprise, surprise, I did not pick up my book the rest of the way, so I'm still at 40 minutes read. I'm gonna at least read 20 more minutes tonight, so at least I have an extra 30 minutes, but hoping to make it like a full hour for tomorrow. So that way, even if I get 2 hours, I only have to read 1. So we'll just see. I was just reading a physical book. I did bring 2 other physical books with me, and then I haven't touched my Kindle or any audiobooks yet. So I am still very excited to like explore those 2 avenues of reading a book. So we'll definitely do that maybe the rest of the trip, so like maybe tomorrow, but I think for sure for the rest of today at least, I'm gonna continue reading Butcher and Blackbird because I do really enjoy it and I'm starting to really like it. I wish I could listen to it on audio, but I just don't have enough credits, I feel like, to where I should be listening to it on audio. And I have the physical version to see what else I end up reading. But so far, it has been a successful day 1 because I did meet my reading goal of 30 minutes and we made it here safely. So that, a win is a win. It's the next day and ended the day at 40 minutes, which is not that great, but whatever. I did beat the goal. Today's a new day, but it's already 12:38. We actually woke up at 6 a.m. this morning, or like 5 a.m. this morning. Got here to Zion at like 6, and we did a whole hike already. We did the Narrows, which was very long, and we did it like right as we got here, so we could be kind of like one of the first ones. So we haven't even eaten. That is our next plan of action, but I do need to do my daily spin and see what we get, how many hours we get. I mean, it's already almost 1 p.m., so hopefully it's nothing crazy. I don't know if we're gonna come back to the park because we are very tired, like we are dead, so I guess we'll see, but I don't know what to expect. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got 1 hour, guys. I don't know if you can see that. We got 1 hour, which is perfect. I already have 20 minutes technically from yesterday. 10? 10? I only have 10 minutes? That's okay. I feel very confident that I can achieve that goal, especially if we're like already kind of done with coming to the park for the day. Like we can chill in the hotel, at the pool, whatever, and I have my book choices. So I think we'll do good today. Sun is absolutely killing me right now, but I'm about 20 minutes in for today's read, and I'm about 40% through Blackbird, what is called Butcher of Blackbird, and I already am excited to read the second book, but because it talks a lot about the main character in the second book, she comes out in this one, so I think it'll be really interesting, like once I do pick that one up and see what it's like, just learn more about Lark, because I know it's going to be about Lark and Leather, and I think it's going to be about Rowan's brothers. I don't know, I think so. And then also Rowan Kane, isn't that like the name in one of the Dreamland Billionaires books? Like the first one? I don't know, these names, and Rowan and Sloane, I feel like I've read a book about those names with those same characters before. I mean, those are really good names though, so I get it. Good morning, it is the next day, and I want to show you guys the results from my reading yesterday. So I had 1 hour to read, and I got I don't know if you can see that, but it says 52 minutes, but I'm going to use my extra 10 or 12 minutes that I had from the day before, so I am all squared away and perfectly even with an hour done yesterday. So far, this challenge has been easy because I've only gotten like low numbers, so that's really good, but today's a new day and I don't really know what we're going to get, so I guess we'll see. Today we do have a little bit more driving. We are leaving Zion today, which is a little sad because it's absolutely beautiful, as you can see behind me, but we are heading to Las Vegas, so we have 3-hour car ride, which should be plenty of time for me to read. We do have some like activities lined up for later in the day, so I feel like if I don't get the reading done during the car ride, it's going to be very hard for me to actually reach my goal, because I think we're doing like a buffet and then we're doing like a show, like a Cirque du Soleil show, so it's going to be pretty busy. So really the only time I'm going to have is the car. I guess we'll spin the wheel and we'll see what we end up getting. I'm a little nervous. I'm still hoping it's kind of low because it's more achievable. I'm also very competitive. I don't know if I told you guys that. So it's gonna be like if I get 5, I'm gonna want to win. All right, I'm spinning the wheel. Let's see what we get for today. All right, we got 2 hours, which I'm pretty happy with. That's still not too crazy. We are slowly going up. Literally started at 30 minutes, then an hour, and now 2. So that's a little scary, but 2 I think is still very doable. I'm going to read as much as I can in the car, and we do have 3 hours, but like the first day here, I really didn't take advantage of that just because I was like listening to music, talking, being distracted, making stops. So hopefully that's not the case today and I can knock out 2 hours. If not, then I'm not gonna reach my goal, but I'm still, you know, crossing my fingers. I am still reading Butcher and Blackbird, but I think I might grab a different book today just to change things up. I don't have my Kindle on me, so I can't show you guys like the books that I have on there, but I do have my Spotify, or it's my boyfriend's Spotify, which is where I listen to audiobooks, so that might be the move in the car. If I'm like getting too distracted and can't focus on reading, I can just throw on an audiobook and listen to that. And the one that I think I would start is actually on my September TBR. Today is September 1st, so yay! And it's beautiful weather already. I can already feel the fall vibes. I'm so excited for like fall this year. Okay, perfect. So I think the one that I would read is this one. Again, sorry about the lighting. It's not that great. I'm like just chilling outside in some shade. But it's Sociopath, a memoir by Patrick Gain? I don't know how to say the name. I'm very excited to read this one. I've been looking forward to reading it because it just seems so interesting. I want to learn more about sociopathy and what that's like and the effects that it had on this person's life. Specifically, like, I just love memoirs. They're so entertaining but also very educational, which is like my favorite thing about them. I feel like I learned so much. Honestly, I feel like I'm quite empathetic, so I always just feel for these people, and I just love hearing like people's stories about their own lives. So that might be the move today. I might start that and then just continue reading Butcher and Blackbird because I am about 200 pages in. It's probably a bit more than halfway, so I do want to finish this hopefully this weekend so that I can maybe like give you guys a quick review at the end of this video. So that's also the goal. And then of course I brought my other books, and I'm gonna have to start one at least tomorrow because I don't want to just like have brought them for no reason. So that is the goal, and we'll see where today takes us. Arrived in Vegas officially, and I am at an hour and a half. So technically almost at the goal of 2 hours, but still have 30 minutes left. In the car, I ended up just continuing to read Butcher and Blackbird. I'm now almost done with it. I think I'm like 80% done, so I don't have very much of it left, and I really like it so far. Can't wait to read the second one. I did start the audiobook that I was talking about earlier, and that one I didn't get very far into it. I think I'm only 5% through, if you can see that at the bottom, but so far it's pretty interesting. Like I mentioned, it's about like a sociopath, and it's just giving more information about what that's like. And then I think I'm gonna pick this one up either later today. I mean, I have 30 minutes left, but we're starting to get ready to go out to dinner and to our like little show that we have to go to, so I don't know like how much more time I'm gonna have to read, but I do want to pick this one up, Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. I think it's like a mystery thriller, and like I mentioned, this author wrote a different book that I read previously, and it was really good. So I'm assuming this one's a bit more fast-paced. If anything, I'll start this tonight. If not, then for sure tomorrow, because I'm just itching to read it. I feel like I've seen people like buy it as well, and no, it just caught my eye. I got it from the library, so I might as well read it before I have to return it. Okay, day 4, we're gonna spin and see how many hours we get. Today's the last day. We're heading home, have about another like 3, probably it's gonna be closer to 5 hours.
Right now it says 4 hours on Google.
Probably about 5 or 6 hours just because of the stops and traffic. So we have a lot of time, but I guess we'll just see what we get. I didn't finish my time yesterday. I had 2 hours and I got to like an hour and a half. So I have 30 minutes that I have to like make up for. So let's spin and see what we get. Hoping for us like not a long time, because look how close it was to 5 hours. I got 30 minutes. Literally a hair away from 5 hours. Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to beat this challenge because I should be able to get in 30 minutes plus another 30 minutes from yesterday. So a whole hour that I'll have to read today, which is not bad at all. Hopefully I can finish Butcher and Blackbird today. That's the goal. Start my second book. I probably won't listen to the audiobook today. Maybe. I mean, if I kind of want to change things up in the car. But definitely want to start the second book that I was talking about yesterday. Hello, it's the next day and I am back home, and I wanted to update you guys about my reading yesterday. So this is how much I got done. 37 minutes. I didn't even beat my goal yesterday because I still owe 30 minutes from the day before. So technically I didn't beat the goal, and I was very sure I was going to, which sucks because I feel like yesterday was the easiest day. It was only 30 minutes. It was road trip day, but I don't know. I just underestimated how much I was going to read or overestimated how much I was gonna read. And it was all via audiobook. So I literally didn't even pick up Butcher and Blackbird yesterday because I just napped, did my thing, didn't even read, and listened to about 5 to 10% of Sociopath, which I'm very much enjoying and definitely gonna keep reading that. So unfortunately, I was not able to finish this book today in this video, so I can't tell you guys my final thoughts. but I feel like I'm gonna end up rating it like around a 4, maybe 4.25. Like I just really love the premise of it. Like this is something you would think up in your head, like, oh, serial killers, ooh, romance, oh, like that is so obviously unrealistic, I think, but it's just something you come up with your head that you think this would make a good story. And then the spice in the book is actually really, really good too. I'm very much enjoying it. Like these two people, Rowan and Sloane, are so freaking cute, and I just love the affection that they have for each other. I will definitely go in depth more in my like final September wrap up, but I definitely am enjoying this, and I'm gonna definitely get the second book. But the only thing that sucks about that is I have this book of the month hardcover edition, and I don't even think the second book is in a hardcover, so I'm gonna have to get the paperback, and they're not gonna match, which is so unfortunate because that is like my biggest pet peeve. That is so unfortunate. Like I should have known. I don't know, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this video. I feel like I want to do it again and just hopefully be more successful. Actually, no, I was pretty successful. I think I got every single one except for the last day. So it was a really fun video to shoot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was something different, something I've never done before, and I will probably do it in the future again just because I had fun doing it and I just want to test myself and see how I do. I was definitely very ambitious in the beginning of this video, thinking I was going to read like 3 or 4 books, but of course I guess I just didn't think about the fact that like I was going on vacation, like I was doing things and I wasn't just at home reading. So maybe the next time I do this, it can be over like 2 or 3 days just at home and seeing how many books I can really knock out. But until then, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.